Hey, Vikings Nation. SKOL. It's that time of year again when our purple hearts start pounding. Training camp is just days away, and the Minnesota Vikings are gearing up for a massive 2025 season. We've got a new quarterback in McCarthy ready to take the helm, but the buzz isn't just about him. It's about the depth of this stacked roster that could make us a Super Bowl contender. Buckle up, because we're diving into the latest Vikings news. From roster battles to undrafted free agents who could steal the show. Can you feel the electricity? The Vikings are about to hit the field with a 91-man roster loaded with talent, but only 53 will make the cut. Who's going to shine in Eagan, Minnesota, when rookies report on July 20th and veterans on July 22nd? Let's break down the top storylines, from McCarthy's pressure-packed debut to the under-the-radar players fighting for a spot. Stick with me for 10 action-packed scenes, and let me know in the comments who you're rooting for this season. Before we jump in, hit that like button if you're as hyped as I am for Vikings football, and let's get into the action. Will McCarthy prove he's the future? Can our UDFAs shock the NFL? Let's find out together. SKOL fans, the Minnesota Vikings are back, and Training Camp 2025 is about to set the stage for something special. On July 20th, rookies and quarterbacks, including our boy McCarthy, report to TCO Performance Center, with the full squad joining on July 22nd. After a 14-3 season in 2024, led by backup Sam Darnold, the Vikings are ready to prove they're no fluke, even after that wild card loss to the Rams. McCarthy, the former Michigan star, is stepping into the spotlight as the presumed starter, but all eyes are on him after missing 2024 with a meniscus injury. Reports say his knee is feeling strong, and he's been cleared for on-field work. But can he handle the pressure of leading a playoff-caliber team? The team brass is all in on McCarthy, and with no real competition on the roster, this is his moment to shine. What do you think, Vikings fans? Is ready to lead us to the promised land, or will the rookie jitters show? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk about how this kid can carry the purple and gold forward. The Vikings roster is absolutely stacked, and it's not just about the stars like Justin Jefferson or TJ Hawkinson. The depth of this team is what's got me fired up. With 91 players heading into camp, the battles for those final roster spots are going to be intense, especially at positions like cornerback, left guard, and safety. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, our GM, has been making big moves, including signing free agents like Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave to bolster the defensive line. But it's the undrafted free agents who could be the secret sauce. Players like Tyler Batty and Logan Brown are turning heads, and with $23.5 million in cap space, the Vikings have room to keep tinkering. Who's your dark horse to make the 53-man roster? I'm pumped to see how these under-the-radar guys compete. Let me know in the comments which UDFA you're keeping an eye on, and let's see if we've got the next Adam Thielen in the making. Let's talk about one of those UDFAs who's got Vikings Nation buzzing. Defensive tackle Alexander "Mush" Williams. This dude is a beast at 6 feet 7 inches and 291 pounds, bringing serious size to the interior line. He played at Ohio State, Vanderbilt, and Middle Tennessee State, but his college career was cut short by a torn Achilles tendon. That injury is a big question mark. A torn Achilles is no joke, and at 25, Williams is one of the older UDFAs in this class. Can he bounce back and show the Vikings he's worth a roster spot? His size and power could make him a disruptor, but he's got to prove he's healthy and ready to dominate in camp. What do you think about Williams' chances, SKOL fans? Can he overcome that injury and make an impact? Or is the defensive line too crowded? Hit the comments and let's debate. Now, let's shift to the cornerback room, where things are getting spicy. Khalif Halassi is a name to watch. This guy's got NFL experience, having played 10 games with the Cleveland Browns over the last 2 years. Coming out of Western Kentucky, he's got the skills to be a solid depth piece, especially on special teams. The Vikings cornerback battle is one of the fiercest on the roster, with Byron Murphy Jr. locked in as the top dog, but spots behind him are up for grabs. Halassi's experience gives him an edge, but he'll need to shine in camp to secure a role. Special teams could be his ticket, but the competition is brutal. Who do you think wins the CB2 spot? Is Halassi the guy, or will someone else step up? Drop your predictions below, and let's see who's ready to lock down the secondary. Another cornerback making waves is Keenan Garber, and let me tell you, this kid is a freak athlete. His relative athletic score is in the 97th percentile, meaning he's explosive, agile, and built for the position. At 6 feet 0 inches, he's got the size to match, but his instincts are still a work in progress. Garber is like a ball of clay with unlimited potential, but turning that into production is the challenge. The Vikings love athletic projects like him, and special teams could be his path to the roster. If he can show out in the preseason, he might just sneak onto the 53-man squad. SKOL fans, are you buying the hype on Garber? Can he develop those instincts and become a steal for the Vikings? Let me know in the comments, and let's talk about this raw talent. Don't sleep on Reddy Stewart, Vikings Nation. This cornerback had a monster preseason last year with the Chicago Bears, snagging a pick-six and 2 interceptions against the Chiefs. At 178 pounds, he fits the mold of the smaller, scrappy corners the Vikings have been targeting. Stewart's experience gives him a slight edge, but he'll need another big preseason to stand out in a crowded CB room. With guys like Jeff Okudah and Dwight McCarthy also in the mix, the battle for those depth spots is going to be a bloodbath. Who's your pick to emerge from this cornerback battle? Is Stewart's preseason magic enough to earn him a spot? Hit the comments and let's get the conversation going. Let's switch gears to the wide receiver room, where Dante Fleming is fighting for a roster spot. This UDFA out of Tulane is a Louisiana native, just like Justin Jefferson, and he's got decent size and athleticism. His best shot? Winning the punt return job, especially with Jordan Addison's potential suspension looming. The Vikings receiver group is stacked with Jefferson, Addison, and new addition Rondale Moore, who's coming back from a torn ACL. Fleming's path to the roster is through special teams, where his athleticism could make a difference. If he flashes in the return game, he might just stick around. What do you think, Vikings fans? Can Fleming carve out a role as a returner, or is the receiver room too crowded? Drop your thoughts below, and let's see if this kid can make some noise. Speaking of roster battles, the offensive line is another spot to watch. The Vikings made a splash by signing center Ryan Kelly to a 2-year, $18 million deal, but his injury history, missing 7 games in 2024 with neck and knee issues, is a concern. 32. Can he stay healthy and anchor the line? Left tackle Christian Darrisaw is back after missing 10 games last season with a knee injury, and his return is huge for protecting McCarthy. The addition of first-round pick Donovan Jackson at left guard adds more firepower, but depth players like UDFA Logan Brown could surprise. Who's the key to the Vikings' O-line success in 2025? Is it Darrisaw, Kelly, or a dark horse like Brown? Let me know in the comments, and let's talk about keeping our QB upright. The edge rusher group is another area loaded with depth, and UDFA Tyler Batty is a name to watch. This BYU product got the biggest signing bonus among Minnesota's UDFAs at $234,000, and it's not for his sack numbers. It's for his ability to set the edge against the run. With Jonathan Greenid, Andrew Van Ginkel, and Dallas Turner locked in, the edge rusher spots are tough to crack. But Batty's physicality and work ethic could earn him a practice squad spot or more if he dominates in camp. The Vikings love their defensive depth, and Batty fits the mold. SKOL fans, is Batty the next UDFA gem for the Vikings? Can he break through that stacked edge group? Drop your predictions in the comments, and let's see if he's got what it takes. Alright, Vikings Nation, it's time to wrap this up with a look at the big picture. The 2025 Vikings are a Super Bowl contender, but it's going to take more than J.J. McCarthy to get there. The depth of this roster, from UDFAs like Tyler Batty and Dante Fleming to veterans like Christian Darrisaw and Ryan Kelly, is what makes this team special. Training camp is where dreams are made, and I can't wait to see who steps up. As we head into camp, the Vikings face some challenges. Jordan Addison's DUI trial could lead to a suspension, and injuries to key players like Aaron Jones and Javon Hargrave need to be monitored. But with Kevin O'Connell's coaching and a roster this deep, the sky's the limit for Minnesota in 2025. SKOL Vikings, are you as pumped as I am for training camp? Who's your breakout star for 2025? Smash that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest Vikings news. Share this video with your fellow fans, and let's get ready for a wild season. SKOL.